This is an interesting press conference where we are announcing some important projects and developments within Golden Homes, a company which has been around for almost 4 decades. 4 decades of excellence, of consistency, and it, as you know, is become very complex, and several new builders have come, many of them have gone also. We have with us Mr. Balsingh George, who is the Chairman and Managing Director, who built this brand from ground level. And we have Joel George, who is Generation Next, who's going to take over. And he's been involved for some years now, and soon he'll be heading the whole movement as such. With this, we will see the audiovisual small.
Luxury in today's world is elevation of high standards.
Everybody in my family have to be satisfied when we move into an apartment. That itself is a very big luxury to me.
The minute I'm away from my work, my studio, I come here and it's just calm. I think that's a big luxury to have.
Living in absolute comfort.
World-class lifestyle every day. Mr. Balsingh builds with passion. He wants every resident to experience it.
It is my conviction that the best of today can be beaten tomorrow. Every progressive human being lives by this conviction. I have also believed that what is good for me has to be made available to my customers.
The business philosophy of Golden Homes, even today, is a reflection of my father's unwavering conviction to provide quality that is best in class.
I'm living in Golden Opulence for the past few years. The thought process which has gone into developing this project is really impressive.
As we are crossing the Golden Opulence construction, we were surprised to see that
we saw 2 to 3 properties on this Mandalur Kelapakam main road. This property stood out because the price was reasonable.
Initially, when Mr. Balsingh assessed the property, we were amazed at his level of understanding.
Chairman and Managing Director to say a few words, even though most of the information has been shared on the AV. Can you, from your side?
Good afternoon. Let me apologize for the extensive delay in my arrival. Looks like I have underestimated the traffic in Chennai a bit too much today. Well, I have nothing new to add. We can only build with steel and cement. We've not yet invented any new technology. But with the new team and new energy in the new team, particularly my son, our VP and our GM and AGM, they are taking projects in other cities also. I deviated from my smaller projects and focused only on large projects for a while. They are shifting back to the smaller units of building 8 or 12 flats in 3 grounds. They are looking at that segment also. Apart from continuing with the larger plotted developments in Madras and its outskirts and other cities like Trichy, Coimbatore and Madurai. Bangalore is also considered. My son is actually going there next week to see a few properties. So that's where we are today. Anything else you want me to add?
No, particularly on the railings you said, no railings. I think that's an important point.
With every generation, you have to evolve. My father has set a benchmark with his entire company for the last 4 decades. But being the next generation, I have to prove that I can add more value and show why it needs to be there. The elderly homes, especially now, people are buying a lot more homes for their parents and also living in larger families. I will be installing a lot of ramps, especially as well as handles, so that the elderly people have ways to get in and out of the building without having to suffer. We've had also a lot of new insights with solar panels being installed, so that's how we will be more environmentally friendly with saving electricity as well.
How big is this plot development in terms of acres?
The one which is
the mic, please. Use the mic.
House on development is 23 acres on OMR, looking at a combination of plots, villas and flats there. We are looking at other properties which are slightly bigger also, but this is very close on registration.
What is the cost of development?
So that's a market secret that we thrive on. So our success lies in grabbing a property. This is like a hunting game in the jungle. Stealth is the key. Even having money in hand is not sufficient. You'll have to be at the right place at the right time.
Coimbatore, where is that location?
We are just a little past Tirupur. We already have a project in Kelambakam, but the new one is coming up little beyond Tirupur. Very big way. And I wish the government gives us permission to build more height in each floor, because Madras is a very hot city. We need more headroom. But because of the past sins of certain developers, they are curtailing the height of each floor. My representations are being made for increasing the headroom within each floor. But apart from that, we really can't do much in terms of to rely on concrete and stones. So lightweight material will not be accepted, for your exterior walls. You still have to go with the brick and mortar. So the reduction in carbon footprint, there are new technologies which are coming in, which we want to embrace. And making your homes elderly friendly is something which every development should have. We have focused, we can very proudly say that none of our projects have any flooding issues. Particularly now with the quantity of rain every season increasing. I have always spent more money than the other developers to increase. I'm not saying nobody has done it before, but I have spent a lot more money on raising the soil level to ensure that there's no flooding inside the project. This Poonamali project also was largely praised among other projects. 34 centimeters of rain fell last year in Poonamali, but there was no flooding. And in that vicinity, I think our building was one of the very few buildings which were receiving power supply, because our generators were not flooded. In many projects they had generators, but the generators were flooded and therefore they were not functional. The attention and most of our work is in the planning and your periodical inspection, whether it is 1 million square feet or 10,000 square feet, the involvement from the developer will be the same. So therefore I shifted to larger projects, but my son wants to do smaller projects also, probably because turnover in those projects is faster. The large projects take a long time to complete, more investment. Your return will come a lot slower, though the return will be mightier.
Market size and
value of this?
I
And
don't.
what is your
I can't.
market share?
I can't claim knowledge on those things, sir. But I don't know things like that.
Generally, people ask about the market size and your market share.
Our market share in Madras.
Yeah.
We'll assess it and let you know. They are a much bigger players, sir. We are not assuming or